Like, it's sad, but it's accountable.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be held accountable because that's what you did.
I want to talk about that today. Oh, we should start the show, but I definitely want to talk about, like, I think we could help a lot of people in talking about pushing through the pain.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of where people get stuck. Because I was just talking about this on Failing Forward that a lot of the times I've talked to people who listen to the show, they'll say stuff like, man, that's dope. You guys are super positive and it helps me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not there.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I'm at and my life is falling apart. Mm-hmm. You guys are on the other end. And how do I get through the time? How do I get through a point when I'm like, everything sucks? Yeah. How did you get through that? Because I know you've been there. You know what I mean? Like, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think
everything sucks.
The three of us have a lot. I think we could tell on those stories.
Yeah, that's
today's episode.
Yeah. Let's start it.
All right. Well, don't depressively flush the toilet.
Crappy Awesome Podcast.
Welcome to another uplifting episode of the Crappy Awesome Podcast. We are your hosts, the Diego Brown Project. I am Mr. Arash, even though nobody calls me Mr. And with me is KILLcRey, even though we'll just call him Chris.
Hey, yo.
We're, of course, brought to you by Platform Collection. Make sure you visit platformcollection.com to check out all the content that's on there that will hopefully keep you from getting too depressed and keep you entertained. There's music videos and essays and blogs and all kinds of content that will keep you distracted. That sounds kind of depressing, doesn't it? It's okay. Trust me. There's good stuff there. While you're there, make sure you check out our sibling podcasts. There is Life on the Road with 60 East.
Yeah.
By the way, I think we took 60 West to get here.
We did?
We did. We took 60 West.
There's his enemy.
Yeah.
His arch enemy.
That would be great if there was like a giant epic comic book battle between 60 East and 60 West.
He lives on the 60.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Do you think he's like the opposite of him? Like he dresses all white all the
time? Man, that'd be crazy.
Tight.
Wears like a cowboy hat instead.
Yeah. He's like a norteño.
Yeah. So there's Really Though with Cookbook, of course. I don't know this Noa James guy, but Lisa J. I think they do a podcast called Orchestrated. We should probably check that out at some point.
What was do your sound for
the sound that I've been trying to do?
He's right here.
I know. This is giving me performance anxiety.
I know, but you
now
do.
This year.
This is Arash.
I swear this never happens.
As a baby orca swimming through Antarctica.
He sound cold. He sound.
Yeah, I mean, that's a positive.
Yeah,
see, it's getting better.
Yeah, I'm
good.
Give
you a positive.
Good. Yeah, he's freezing.
Usually we're like, what is that?
Oh.
Usually we're like, did that whale die? Is it dying?
I think he hanged out with some humans for a minute. He's trying to get his. Yeah. He's Ariel right now.
He's trying to get his whale back on.
Yeah,
you think he's like a snitch whale? Like he's not really one of the whales?
Like a Pocahontas whale?
Man, we're going to have a conversation
about Pocahontas?
No, about
snitches.
Kim Jong-il, like he got a girl band.
Yeah.
That's in the military.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They go to other places and they perform and they handle diplomatic shit.
Yeah.
I said,
you think they're ninjas?
That's pretty genius.
But I'm looking at like in hip hop and all this music. I said, could there be government planted artists?
Yes.
It has to.
We're going to talk about that. Okay.
Like,
haven't you heard about how we funded the Cuban hip hop artists down there? The CIA, the State Department did.
What?
Yeah. All right, we'll get into that.
See?
Okay.
I was not tripping.
This was some NPR shit too. Where was I? Proof of Life Radio?
Proof of Life Radio, yeah.
It's going
It's
strong? All right, okay.
Yep.
For some reason I had a note that said it's a hiatus. But
it is on hiatus, but there's a bunch of episodes. Trust me, you haven't listened to all of them.
Okay, all right. Go check that out. Status Escalates with Kali.
Yep.
That one's still going. Let's see where we're at over here.
Bars Weekly.
Yep. I gotta update this note. Bars Weekly, of course, also hosted by Kali because Kali doesn't do enough shit.
Yeah.
They got a show at Delicious Vinyl coming up, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome.
Lord. How does that man get time to do anything in his life? And have
called
another
Donuts.
kid too. Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's got the Homer Simpson holding the donut.
Yeah.
The Ghetto Blaster podcast hosted by Ricochet. Pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh.
That's pretty fresh.
With Muds.
Hosted by Muds One.
Yeah.
And of course, the 2 Mix Hologram podcast, always going.
And it's back.
Long, hard, and strong.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors, Stay Illuminated, for all your fresh gear and lifestyle needs. Make sure to visit stayilluminated.com, and you can use the code CrappyAwesome. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. And you can get free shipping.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the... I don't know if it's international.
You just don't want to get sued?
I don't want to get sued.
I think it's anywhere, man.
I'm pretty sure...
I challenge them. I always tell Stay Illuminated, if somebody calls from Mars and they use that crappy awesome thing...
What about Iran?
I'm not trying to lose my listeners.
What if... I mean, do we have sanctions? Can we send Stay Illuminated shirts to Iran?
Dude, literally, they dress up Wino and he goes over the wall.
Yeah.
Like, it's
not a wall.
This is independence.
There's no wall.
You don't know.
You know.
No, I'm pretty sure I do.
No, you don't.
There's like a dirt lot.
It might be an invisible wall.
and then there's a bunch
Have you seen Black Panther?
There's probably some villagers that'll shoot at him.
Could be an invisible wall.
Could you imagine that?
No.
They're like, who is this guy? I'm just here to deliver a shirt.
Man,
You're self-provoked.
Because somebody put in the code.
The yellow one.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Platform Collection. That is one word, all spelled out. And on Twitter at Platform Collect.
Notion.
With Notion.
Yep.
Also, make sure to check out Burner Podcast. That's over at burnerpodcast.com. Hosted by yours truly. Covering Burning Man community stuff.
Yeah.
Recently, I just want to say, for the hardcore podcast geeks and nerds out there, Lorenzo, the host of Psychedelic Salon podcast, which if you're like a legit podcast geek, you'll know like he's old school.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's been podcasting since like podcast.
You actually had to put it on an iPod.
Yeah, on an iPod. That's why it was called a podcast.
Fuck.
For you kids that didn't know, that's why it's called a podcast. Anyway, I got to interview Lorenzo because it turns out he lives in San Diego County. Super dope.
Right on.
Yeah.
You know what I also found out recently about San Diego County? It is now like the porn capital of California.
Really?
Did you know that?
That explains a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to be talking to some porn stars, and they live in the city.
Do you think they got tired of living in the valley?
I mean, San Diego's pretty tight. If you think about it. It's, you know.
Yeah.
And you can kind of probably be a porn star because there's a lot of people who dress like porn stars.
Right.
So you could just,
blend.
Blend.
You know, I don't remember who it was that was talking about this. They're like, the things that you don't pay attention to when you see porn on TV, like there's all this like the triggers that set the people off who actually work in the industry. We've had guests on the show, but like the one that always kept popping out of my head was this person was using is like, there's like the smell. You don't even know what's going on
Porn
with the
sets
smell.
are probably super.
There's all kinds of
smells like
smells.
bleach mostly. That's what they said.
Really?
Yeah, because they're constantly, you got to constantly bleach it down.
Like human skin?
No, bro.
What?
Do you know how to have sex?
What? Of course, bro.
He's like, they feel
What are
like
you talking about?
two
Bags
sandbags.
of sand? I get the sex all the time.
You don't even know.
You don't even know how many girls have boomed.
I was so glad you were ready.
So
I knew you would jump in on it.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
laid it up for you.
Thank you.
Yo, guys, listen to iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Spreaker. Really, you know what? I think I'm just going to stop saying that. You can find it anywhere on any platform that you get your podcast on.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. Dude, we are on platforms that I didn't even know existed.
Like Google Play.
I mean, Google. I feel like I know. But
I didn't put it on Google Play.
I know. At some point, some of this shit just starts getting picked up by other networks. Like, there's like some German site I was looking at the other day that's got Crappy Awesome Burner podcast on it.
If you have anywhere you get your podcast, you can get any of those podcasts now. So it's super easy. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you for supporting my new solo show, Failing Forward. First episode.
I hope it failed.
It did not.
Damn.
The third most downloaded episode, first day downloads in the history of the podcast.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's lit. But that means that the numbers are going up all across the board. So that's an amazing thing, guys. Thank you for supporting everything we're doing. We got a lot of big stuff. Arash has a lot of big stuff coming up. There's a lot of stuff on the horizon.
So much stuff
getting ready to be released on you. Like today's guest, who just released a record yesterday.
Yeah.
Feeling blue, out the blue. I'm like, what the fuck? I have no clue. So I smoke a J to keep my cool. and Lisa J know what to do. We conversate, she's my boo. Now I'm feeling cool, now I'm feeling cool. I look in the mirror, like how are you? Like how are you? Like are you living? Is it true? Just smoke that J. Keep being you. 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 Keep being
you. Was it a surprise? Because I know you were working on it. And when did you guys get to the point of like, yo, it's done?
I've been working on a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing. When I went to the order label,
yeah,
they were like, we want an album from you. So my whole goal was like, all right, I'm going to try to do 150 tracks.
Wow.
So I end up giving them my hard drive. I had like 40-something in.
Good Lord.
They took 12 out. They took 12 out, then they took 2 out for another another EP that's probably coming out in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Then I went home to the rest, and I looked how many I had left, and I said, all right, EP next week, and just pick songs.
From the songs that they didn't pick?
From the song they didn't pick.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, then some songs was like...
What's your deal over there, man? Are you able to just put things out on your own?
Yeah, I can put, I'm going to do another distribution deal with another platform.
Oh, okay, so you're allowed to do that.
I'm allowed to do that.
That's cool.
So I can kind of move the way I want to move. But I went to Brooks, like the Cherry Yellow track, I went to Brooks and we messed with some auto-tune shit. So I was like, all right, let's do this.
The album is dope. You guys are going to be hearing it all throughout the episode, but go get it right now on iTunes. Right?
Yeah, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Tidal. It was tight. You know, to put something together, like, now I have that power and I have enough tracks and I have enough momentum to where I can just release now.
Yeah.
And just
there's no better feeling, man.
Yeah, and understand the streaming business.
Yeah.
Like, now understanding, like, you know, it's beating Boo right now. And I know what Boo did on iTunes. I know what Boo did on Spotify.
Why? Why do you feel?
It's beating Boo?
Yeah.
Because the momentum of it, like, Boo is still... I feel like my goal is to beat Boo. That's my goal.
Yeah.
My goal is to look at like my top songs, and Boo is just up there, even dropping Gnarly Orca. And
do you feel like you did something like technically different, like approaching the marketing, or were there things in place different?
I think with Boo is just a real overall trendy trend song, like Dragon Ball Z. Like, you got Adidas, you got a lot of you know. I understand, and I played the game. I dropped it when the Dragon Ball Z movie came out. So my thing was, if I can beat that off some songs that's not planted like that, or I'm on to something.
Gotcha.
You know, and I'm a re-release Boo too under the order label. So,
you are?
So
okay.
we're going to re-record it.
You're re-recording it?
Yeah, we're going to re-record it all over because their studio is stupid.
Yeah. I see you in there a lot.
And you talking about hundreds and thousands. This was Thundercat and Flying Lotus be at. This is... So they like, you want to re-record it? And Daddy Kev like, I'm gonna mix it, I'm gonna master it. I'm like, shit, I'm about to do this.
Yeah.
And they got, you know, plugs in Japan. Now I can. This was the plan.
Right.
Never give up on that track. Because every time I perform is live.
Absolutely.
It's never not live.
That's why I was asking, because it's such a highlight.
Yeah.
You know, because even though you say like it was trendy or whatever, I also feel like there's going to be like there's little classic moments that people look back on people's careers, and that one you're not going to be able to get rid of.
No.
Like it's forever part of. I mean, it kind of. And the timing, I think, too. I don't know. And that's why we're talking today, because I wanted to catch up with you about it. Was the timing of that record, did you already know, other than manifesting it, did you know, like, rightfully, like, from the people that were working at the order that this is where you were going to be at career-wise? Or did it kind of just develop?
Kind of develop.
So at the order label, when you're there, what do you feel like they saw in you that nobody else did? Because you've had deals.
Yeah.
We've talked about them on here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You've taken meetings just to take meetings, just to learn shit.
Yeah.
So,
I still do.
what? Yeah. So why, when you took the meeting with them, you were like, okay, I can do something here.
That's a boutique label, man.
Yeah.
That's a boutique label. That's not your average label. That's not your. That's all the weird people's over there.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
Yeah.
There's people over there that people don't even know is over there.
Yeah.
You talking about Team Supreme, Kenny Siegel. You talking about Thundercat, even Thundercat's little brother, Ronald. Like, it's bands that people, jazz players, people who make world music. There's people that got Grammys.
What do you think they saw in you?
It was what I always feel that I didn't fit in certain places.
Yeah.
So I needed, you go where you celebrate it, now you tolerate it. I love Low End Theory. I love the artists they had.
Yeah.
So I put myself to be in their sights.
Yeah. Because you felt like that's where
that's where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So what was it? How long ago, Lisa?
When you guys did it the first time?
When 2013. So 2013 was the plan of me getting the Alpha Pup.
Gotcha.
So I started going to Low End Theory.
Yeah.
To see what was going on and I'm like, this is home. This is where people just vibe out and the beats are weird. The song structure is different.
Right.
It's not the same structure, you know. Even on this project, I got 4-bar bridge from Brooke, 12-bar verse, 8-bar hook, and 4-bar bridge.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like...
These people were pushing the level that you were wanting to push creatively.
Yeah, and it's freedom to do it. And they already got eyes that already look at that like, damn, that's all right.
So you felt like they would get you the most.
Yeah, I felt like
even before they knew they.
I knew when they saw me, they're gonna be like, yeah. So, cause I knew that's how I felt.
Yeah.
And that's what pretty much what happened. Even me performing is, you know, I got me laying down like Undertaker on the stage at Low End. They got a picture of all the people, and I'm like, it's the holy grail of everything, because it's only about music.
Yeah.
Ain't about nothing else.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else. This is a place where it shows if you're dope.
Yeah.
Are you pushing the envelope?
Yeah.
Are you, not trying to be different? That's just you.
Yeah.
This is the place.
Because everyone there really is.
You know how many artists that's from everywhere that have not even touched that stage?
Yeah.
And they look at me like, damn, Noah, I think end of this month I'm on again.
Yeah. I mean, you guys for sure, monitoring all the scenes at the time you guys were making your introduction into the Low End Theory.
Yeah.
That for sure became a coveted spot because people from our scene followed you there. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them oh, I could fit in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like Noah's making a connection there.
Yeah.
That's our first way in. And now we've seen, other artists go in there too from the scene.
Shit,
right?
Maya's over there now.
Yeah, right.
Waju's over there now. They just picked up Waju.
Yeah.
So, like Brooke, they about to get Brooke. Even my deal is I can hub people. I can get them a contract.
Oh, got you.
So now
you're like a curator as well.
Yeah. So now they're really like, especially when we ain't going there bullshitting.
Yeah.
People got keys got the keys to the studio. Yeah. So it's really just work,
right.
create, work.
Otherwise, there's no reason for you to be there.
Because if Daddy Cav come up there and you bullshitting, because it's really, I love it because there's nobody where he's like us. We just creating, we smoking, man, we getting it in. But Daddy Cav in there is work, and he comes up and he look at what's going on and he hears shit or another take Noah to do it better. Like I didn't even know he's in there.
Yeah,
I'm just doing my shit and I just hear his voice. Like do it better. I'm like word.
Is that the only advice that he's given?
Nah, he gives it, but I like that. But that's tight. Like better, do it.
Yeah,
do it like this.
Yeah.
And he giving us the tools to really manifest that shit all the way. Even the grind part is like the releases we do is on our push too.
Right.
With their push, but we're still independent.
Yeah, it's still on your back.
It's still on our back.
Right.
But when we do I can say it on here. So I'm about to drop an album with my debut album called Granny Says.
Oh wow,
exclusive.
Like in April, full on,
perfect title.
From, CDs, cassette, vinyl.
Yeah.
The big 12 tracks. This is probably my second album.
Yeah.
So it's like that push.
Are you looking at it like your first?
Oh yeah, it's my first.
Yeah.
This one, this push is I feel like it's going to be the push that helped me get me where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is
the time when you guys get to use everything you've learned, like, everything.
Locally grown is over there.
Yeah.
Like, man, and we about to tour with. Everything is like bang, happening, and I just had to stop doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I was recently talking to, who was it? It was somebody from the IE, and your name came up, and I know it'll come to me, but I was asking how things changed, since Noah's attention has had to be pulled to a lot of this, because the stuff he's doing is taking up more time. Yeah. It's taking up more effort. There's a bigger vision here. There's always been one, right? Yeah. So
nobody's watching over the city.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of people feel. Like, a lot of people feel like, nothing really cracking because Noah's not here. And I wonder how that makes you feel.
Man, y'all better get to it.
Yeah.
Like,
can we make like a little orchestra sign, like the bat signal, and put it in the clouds?
Y'all, it's time for me to get it.
Yeah.
It's really time for me. And I remember Murs was on my head one time, and a couple OGs was like, nah, nigga, stop throwing shows. It's 2015.
Yeah.
Stop throwing shows. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're done. You did it. You did it. He said he said if someone else can't pick it up where you left it, and do something else, that's not on you.
Do you have in your mind? Do you have people that are like, I wish this person would pick it up because I know they could do it?
Yeah. I wish I would. I have a couple of them, but they get caught up in the super promoter mode, like super ticket mode.
Yeah.
And that mode it kills the thrive. Like you get hype, can get a bigger artist, but what I wanted to create was like thriving, like a fucking heartbeat.
Right.
I'm sorry. Can we give a bit of a snapshot to listeners who might not be like super familiar with the history here? So, of course, like you've been focusing more,
music, exercise, touring, pretty much me as an artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
giving yourself the love, and like that, of course, takes a lot of time out of your day-to-day ability to be able to throw as many shows.
Plus the fact that the Noa James brand has grown exponentially.
And me being a talent buyer, promoter. All of that, we was throwing shows every Sunday for almost 6-7 years, on top of other shows, not just Common Ground, and then the mini festivals and the festivals, and putting tours together, and even in the background helping putting tours together for other people, and release parties, and it was so much.
And I want to say, like, when we, before we really got to know you, like, Noah, at least to me, was introduced as like, this is Noah and Lisa are the people that you got to basically connect with. If you're
they're the mayors.
Like there's nothing's going to happen in this area without them.
Right.
So that was the understanding. Like this was years ago.
In fact, true. Like, yes, and complete transparency. When we were at Cypher Effect, we were like, where should we go? Who do we need to contact to put Cypher Effect into those areas?
Right.
And when we thought about the IE in San Bernardino, everyone was like, you have to talk to Noa James and Lisa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Word, man.
And, but that's what I'm saying. So now you
now you're not here putting in as much time into, you can't. There's not enough time.
Because here's the thing, you and I both, all of us really now, and we're talking about Noah specifically, but I've walked away from things that were I was extremely passionate about, but times changed, and the ability to pivot, I understood was a big part of success in this.
Yeah.
So I never I'm not going down with that ship. I'm not going down with any ship.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm only on my floating ships.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? And so when that started, because I remember you guys starting like the tail end of like winding down the promotion on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
When that started to happen, was there people around the area, or was there anybody that was like, yo, I got this now?
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
Like, I still give that people still, no matter how much unity we can build, you know, some people still didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't get it. Like, it was crazy to, like, a lot of shit was, like, even seeing people where, like, I asked for your help for something.
Yes.
But, you know, they were half-assed it.
Yeah.
Even because we're trying to bring it back. We're trying to get more help because we had a bigger venue.
Yeah,
So now we're trying to make the common ground bigger. We need more hands on deck.
Yeah.
You know, can't pay you a lot, but I'm going to pay you. I pretty much paid all the staff.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like seeing that. Like, that, you know, it hurt me just a little bit. Like, dang. Like, not even... I'm like, all right.
Like, this thing is for you guys.
Yeah, like this not really even this. I ain't paying Mers $3,500 to come to the Vibe.
Yeah.
For me, you wildin'.
Yeah.
This ain't for this because we don't have nothing. That's the only reason I kind of started this, because we had nothing.
Right.
Everything was shutting down. We always had to go to LA. We always had to play the play. We always had to pretty much fight for ciphers. Some cats didn't even understand like the cipher etiquette going to Project Blowed. I was kind of, you know, a veteran in that. I would go, I'm the one that always went out. It was so much stuff. So I'm like, yo, now I look at it, I'm like, yo, someone better pick this up.
Well, no, is it possible that, just suggesting that maybe a lot of people might have been intimidated with the idea of filling in such big shoes?
You know what? Not even intimidated, man. It's weird how people feel like they can't come up to me.
Yeah, I think that's called intimidated.
But not to fill my shoes. Just to come up to me, and you know, like they would send people like, "Yo, man, my homie want to talk to you," or even. I never get that. Or me and Curtis would say, like, people won't help us because they think we got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
it's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. So it's a lot of stuff that falls into that, like, dang, no, you understand, this is out of me and Lisa's pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we getting this, but it's just two of us.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think about that? That's what I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously, I don't live here.
No.
My first thought is because, I mean, I've been on both sides of this.
No, I feel what you're saying. I feel because I felt the same way when some of my OGs like Wacko or DJ Icky was out here, or it was a spot called Foundations. But when Foundations left, I was like, what are we doing? So me and the homie like, let's create Building Blocks. When Building Blocks left, we're like, what we doing? I'm like, all right, we're going to create common ground. Yeah. It was always something I was scared. I was like, man, I'm scared, bro. I don't know none of this. You understand? I didn't know how to read until I was fucking 14. So now I'm out here trying to run a business. Yeah. Like, afraid. And I'm so insecure of feeling dumb. Yeah. Or not knowing what I'm doing. Or someone telling me I don't know what I'm doing, or I was to this day, some shit, I still feel insecure about that. So it's like...
But that actually made you tougher. It made you more resilient in your ability to take that kind of like gut punch and still keep going, because to some extent you already knew what it felt like. And it didn't end you when you were 14, so it's not going to end you now if some dude just wants to throw some shade at you. Like, whatever. Move it through.
I brought Project Blowed out to the IE, right? Because we had nothing. This before this meets Recipes Ganja K. This is how even Ganja K was a big part of this. So Building Block stopped. Ganja K is trying to do a Project Blowed in the IE because he living in Rancho right now.
Yeah.
So my homie goes on tour, give us the vibe. He give us his Wednesday. This is how I get in the vibe.
Sure.
The homie go on tour and give us his night.
Yeah.
Me and Ganja K like, what we gonna do? You like, we got the blessings from Project Blowed. Start doing Project Blowed IE.
Yeah.
Yo, all the IE veterans was on my head. Like, how dare you bring Project Blowed to the IE? Because they used to clash heads back in the day.
I can relate.
They were like, well, how dare you do that? We had more fire. And, you know, I'm not born in the IE. So, you know, people were scared of these veterans. They was very scared. I'm like, bro. I said, it's nothing out here.
Yeah.
It's nothing to fuck out here. And how you approach me, we can go outside.
Yeah.
And I used to be a bouncer in this club. So all these security guards, all these Samoans, they with me.
Yeah.
So it was one of those times like, I'm not scared of y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all, and I told them, I said, and I always quote my granny, I said, just let my granny say, you know, you said, you ain't doing nothing to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck, I said, you ain't doing nothing, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I said, you ain't doing shit. Man, I've been putting in work in the IV for 10 years. And I said, you haven't done shit.
Right. Yeah.
You haven't done nothing. And we just trying to get it in. That's it. You know, and after that, I really kind of understood, oh, this is about to be a fucking fight.
So, okay, so let's flash forward then. So now, where are you at as far as just logistically? Do you even have time to do anything but the Noa James brand right now?
Yeah, just brick to me, Lisa, and brick to your face.
Yeah.
Like what I do is I got homies that throw events.
Yeah.
I help them.
Got you.
So that's where I put the work in.
Yeah.
Because I still have that.
Well, I'm sure your presence helps.
Yeah, and I do not. I still stay out. I ain't stupid to go in the cave.
Yeah.
Like people do that. They focus on them. Like, and the thing about me, it wasn't even about like that. It's the people. It's like hip hop. People's so worried about hip hop, but they don't care about the people that's doing it.
Yeah,
and that's the only way hip hop ran. Hip hop be nothing without the people doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like some kid just died from drugs, or DMX is so and like they doing this shit for hip hop, but we so concerned about our culture than the people.
Yeah.
So I start focusing on the people, not really like where I'm from, but the people.
Right.
A lot of people are from different places out here. So I end up now is like my homie's like, man, you become like a Cali now. Like you're becoming not just IE, becoming more like a West Coast.
Yeah, I would say for sure now. I mean, now for sure.
So now it's becoming. I'm in help, but I'm not like I'm gonna do my release parties. Now I just get to book my favorite cast.
Right.
Like all the time. I know there's no politics now. There's no, every once in a while I might put a young homie on, but that's on y'all.
Yeah.
That's on y'all right now. Cause I don't get what y'all doing.
Yeah.
So I can't really book you.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a be too. I know I'm gonna be judgmental.
Yeah.
And that's not right for me to even put myself in that position and put you in that position. So I won't do it.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah.
So there have to be young promoters booking young artists.
Yeah.
Cause this is what y'all doing, and now, I got young.
Someone has to translate it. Right?
Yeah, because
why would it be you? You've already gone through.
I understand the expression.
Yeah,
but some shit like, listen, that's not for me, man.
Yeah.
That's not for me. Some stuff, and I'm a loving dude, man.
Yeah,
I got little homies that rap the most gangster shit, and I give them hugs when I see them, and people like, man, someone like that's Noah, man. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
I've been listening to them since I was 14.
Yeah,
now they rapping about guns and shit. And I be like, damn.
How do you, Arash and I were talking about this on the way up. How do you protect your, like, I know at the core of all these things, right? It's you and Lisa and your happiness, right? How do you make sure to protect that when things are coming at you so fast? Like, what are there things that you're like, no matter what, we're always going to do this thing because this is what we hold on to? Are there practices? I'm talking about like practices that you've put into play
for me and her,
for you guys to maintain your happiness through all of this craziness.
That's me.
Even individually, you know?
Me and her energy is separate from what we give.
Right.
It's very separate.
Yeah.
The energy I give the people is the energy they give me. Pretty much, like, it's empathy. It's all these things. Like, I'm really able to, you know, my homie seen me. I like, watch this, man. I said, people got all this good energy, and I just start opening up my pores like this. So now I'm creating goosebumps for myself. Mm-hmm. So I start opening up, see my hair start popping up now.
Wow.
Because it's good energy in here. So now I'm opening up my body to y'all.
Wow. Listeners can't see this, but he's literally doing that.
Like, so out of nowhere, I can tap into that all the time. I can tap into that and let it kind of fall down and put it back.
That's a trip.
You know what I mean? But what I give to her, me and hers is it's a decade. It's that that internal that flame that we worked on. Like, you know, I said on the song, love is permanent if you work with it. Lisa went through a depression. I noticed it. I was going through transition of this. Then me and her just talked about everything. That it was so tight that we can just do that. Like, now we know it. Because we worked. We worked. I noticed, I seen, I stopped at the same time, and we just...
Do you like set specifically like a time to do it, or with you guys is it more instinctive? Like you're just hanging around, you just start chatting.
Yeah.
Or do you like purposely like set
like
the
you guys
intention?
ever go like a week and we're like, hey man, we haven't kicked it.
Yeah, like let's set a time. Like tonight at 9 p.m. we're gonna sit down and we're gonna
shut off everything.
No, you know what? It has to be a feeling like something. Energy have to be off between me and her. If that energy is off that we have and it always elevate, if that's off at any time, I turn into super like more submissive mode to her to see what is up. Everything, just listen, all of that. Just, you know, like, I don't know. I see my grandfather do that. Like, you know, I'm raised by my grandparents. So I see my grandfather do that with my grandmother. Like, attend to straight emotional, everything from the wreck to all of it. And see how I'm just there. That's it. I'm there, and with this conversation, you just let it out. Let it out.
You try to be as present as possible.
Yes, let it out. Let it out. Let it out. I ain't judging nothing. I ain't just let it out. Let it out. Talk. Pooh. Because this is woman, man. This is a lot. It's a lot of stuff, man. Like, so, you know what I mean? I've been together for 12 years, and I'm still kind of, you know, if there's, 100 layers? There's 100 layers, I'm at 10. You know? So I start understanding, like, oh, you ain't gonna never learn, dog. Especially with her, now a mature woman that really knows herself and all of that, you know. These other little girls, it's like... It's easy, like it's so like, yo, man.
What do you know? I don't think I'm not sure if you've done an interview since all this stuff started happening, but have you? What do you think about like this the Me Too stuff happening with women in Hollywood, with like Harvey Weinstein, and you know this movement?
Hey, man,
what are your thoughts on it?
I think it had to happen. Real, like. You know, it had to happen. You'll get something. You're going to get some bad. You're going to get some good. Motherfuckers just got to start talking. Like, Justin Timberlake got a song out talking about that. Dave Chappelle talked about it on his, like, hey, women, all dudes ain't bad. Let them help. Like this. I have homegirls that be at clubs, and a dude would do something, and they don't tell me. And I know it's not my place to be mad at them, but I get mad at them. I get mad at them like that. I say, y'all know my heart, right? I tell y'all stories about being 12 years old, and I seen a dude beat up his girlfriend, and my grandma said, hop out the car. So me and my cousin got out the car and fucked this dude up. Beat the fuck out of him. My grandma told the lady, you welcome, and we hopped back in the truck. That's how she raised us.
Yeah.
That's how she raised us. There's been times I had to choke out a little nigga at a Sunny Days and Vibes show because he's choking his girl out in front of the show, and I had to Undertaker this nigga and lift him in the air.
Yeah.
I said, you see this? And I had him at a point to where he's about to pass out. And I'm like, that's
You know where I struggle with that? Because like coming from a household of violence,
yeah.
The observation, the experience that I've had over the years is you can do that to the dude, and then like she still goes home with him.
I know.
And then he takes it out on her because that dude's not a real man. And the fact that he's already bullying her is like an example of that. It's that you're watching it in action because dude's a little bitch. He can't like, stand up for himself.
The violent one is the most craziest one I've done. Like really had to, cause he's about to kill her, so we have to interfere like that.
I feel you.
Other things is something happened in the club. All the homegirls know you surrounded by brothers. You have to at least you talk up or tell us and be loud. Cause dudes, I told the homegirl Yoshi Venture, I said 80% of dudes don't know vibes or energy at all.
Absolutely.
They don't know not a motherfucking thing about that. Yeah. You can get the vibes, you don't want to be talked to. Shit, to them that's flirting.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
No, dudes are dumb.
They are dumb. So I said you have to vocalize.
Yeah.
Hey, leave me alone. Loud. Like a bear.
Yeah.
Like an animal. Cause at that point, they're in this mode. Bring attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone, because some older gentleman, someone's going to just walk up and just stand next to you.
Yeah.
And I seen that happen. I seen my cousins, my grandma tell my cousins to do that. I told my homegirls to do that. Like, you have to be vocal. Then after that is, here comes the violence. I came up in a violent house. I seen my mom walk up to the door. She just got out of prison. She walked up to the door and she was with her boyfriend. She said something to him, and he looked at me and looked at her and hit her.
Wow.
Just hit her. Bro, the first thought was red. Understand, we're in a house full of kids. We're like, my cousins, all of us, my granny taking care of all of us. There's 13 of us. We're vicious. We're great little minions. The cop was like, all of these kids could have went to jail for attempted murder. Because we just saw red. You just that's the only thing I saw, like, when I was young, when you hit my mom, even a woman that hurt me, that, put me in a bad situation of, I could have got killed.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's my mom.
Right.
That's my cousin. That's my other cousin. That random woman, you know what? That's my sister. Like, all of this, I start looking. I don't know. Some people say it's bad because you don't know what someone would do to you. I said, but they don't know what my family gonna do to them if anything was done to me.
Yeah.
I said, that world is very bad. That violent world is bad, but I embrace that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that shit is, like I said, some shit is needed. Sometimes some people don't get it till they really feel pain.
Yeah.
Or some heinous shit. Or you get put in a trunk butt naked and dropped off in Pasadena because you just hit a woman with a crowbar.
That's really specific.
Yeah.
If you had, and this is such a thing, because I was talking about this the other day on my show, like, as far as a guy, this is where I stand with the Me Too. I don't know what to do. Tell me what you need me to do. I got you. Whatever it is you need me to do, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm in a place to tell you I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you you're a person, all those things. But I am confused.
Right.
I'm super confused. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, a lot of the things that are being described are things that I see a lot of young men especially do on a daily.
Yeah.
And they're not coming from an assaultive behavior. They're coming from what they think they need to do as a guy to maintain some sort of status in society. So as much as women have been beat down, my thing would be like, maybe consider And I know right now is that time where I think there's
I think I know what you're about to say. I know,
a senator just said recently, like, I don't care if guys, go down in what did she say, in fiery failure, because during this, like, if there's guys that are casualties to this, so be it. This is the reckoning, and I'm telling you, that is, dude. Fear control with fear never works, right? Like, so the guys who really are those types of guys, assaulters and stuff, that's not going to work. Nah. If anything, they're just going to go like, all right, well then I guess I just can't be that loud anymore. And the guys who aren't those guys are going to be like, oh shit, we can't do anything with this. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, I can't date. I can't. Like, what? I got to be so perfect. And some of those guys that are questioning themselves could actually help. You know what I mean? I know this as a guy as a guy who I feel like I'm a good guy. I want to help. I feel helpless when I can't help. Yeah. That is a guy thing, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. That's a guy thing.
I only help, like, in these situations when I'm called upon.
Yeah.
Or
it's getting to be that way, right?
Or like my granting ordered.
Yeah.
I'm called upon, or it's one of, but I know it's kind of like I'm in road. When that happens, I'm in robot mode.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Smoke this flower, smoke this sour, throw fire from my hand. I'ma kill you, Bowser. I'ma kill you, coward. You don't understand? See, I reach for the stars. Now I got the power like I am the man. You got my peach in the tower. Watch how I transform with these shrooms in my glass. My nigga Yoshi told me where you hide out. Me and my bro gonna ride out. These shells gonna leave you slumped in the corner like a timeout. Wario got a problem, he could die now. He could die now. I'm coming to get you, princess. I'm coming to get you, princess. Princess, I'm coming to get you. If he lay hands on you, if he put a finger on you, I will destroy him. I will destroy him if he hurts you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to
I have no emotions. What's going on?
Exactly.
No.
Nothing, because I can't. It's like the Gaslamp Killer thing. Like, they finding out that the girls lied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like everyone trying to say something is like, shh.
Well, I mean, like what's the Aziz Ansari is the biggest one, right? That's there's a lot of holes in both sides of the argument.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
that one's wild.
There's for sure. None of us are in a position to speculate about every single person coming forward.
Right.
I think just you, when you were describing this thing, and this actually connects back to a conversation we're having on the drive over here, and I think it really just gave me clarity for the first time on this. A lot of these women would argue or would submit that they're correctly, that we have no idea what it's like to be in those shoes, and we're in no position to understand what that's like. And they would say that they've been crying out for help for a long time.
Sure.
And no one's been listening. Because a lot of times what would happen is that they'd step forward and either they get squashed down by another woman who was afraid or was socialized incorrectly about standing up for themselves, or they would get shut down by the men in power, or they get shut down by their competitors.
But we all know this.
Right. And that's the thing. And what they're saying is that we have been crying out. We have been saying, help us, for a long time, and you haven't been listening. And here's what I think it is right now. Like, just on the drive over here, I was telling Chris about this way that this author is describing entities in a book called Seed of the Soul, that like it really resonated with me. And we're saying that, like, I am an entity, Arash is an entity, Chris is an entity, Noah is an entity. We are these three separate entities, but the three of us together are also an entity.
Yeah.
We are the male entity.
Yeah.
We are the man. So all of the men are an entity. So even though we think that as a consciousness we're these separate beings, because we interact with each other as separate beings, we are all still one entity. There is this masculine entity and the feminine entity. And you know, like the lesson that a lot of us were taught as men, if we had the right kind of mother figures in our lives. They tell us like, listen, every once in a while, you just got to shut the fuck up and listen.
Sure.
Yeah.
And not try to solve the problem and not try to fix things.
I think that's
shut
in
up
general
and
with
listen.
women.
And so I'm saying, right now, if you imagine, this is how I'm feeling about it right now. The masculine and the feminine entities, right now the feminine entity is speaking, and right now the masculine entity can just shut the fuck up because we don't really have an answer for any of it. We don't have an experience.
Right.
It's not the worst idea for us to chill for a little while and just listen and let this conversation be had on that side, and then we'll start to come to the answers, and it will come to us.
Yeah.
We're going to see this cultural shift. I get it. I think right now we're in the middle of it, and right now it would help us to simply listen and see what comes up.
Trump is president. So the world, the masculine right now, the majority of the world like, nah, he talking over everyone. They're the America's disaster of how disaster battle raps. That's how America right now is over everything.
Everyone's conversation is like louder than the next person.
Because everyone has a microphone. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody has a
everything you said. I completely agree. I'm saying if we are going to add to the conversation, so we can break it down a little bit. I just feel like there's some obvious flaws. I mean, there's some obvious flaws.
Of course.
I will say that right now. There's some obvious flaws with the argument because anything that pushes to separation can't be as truthful as possible.
And that's what I'm saying is that right now, what you're describing is logical.
Yeah. And I'm willing to wait it out. What I'm saying, I'm willing to wait it out. It's all cool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is an issue, and that scares me because the times we've let that go in our history, right? Because, again, I'll say this, and a few people have taken exception with this. That's okay. I've done the research. This movement is very much like the Black Freedom Movement, Black Rights Movement. There's a lot of things that are borrowed from it. There's a lot. It's being fronted by mostly white women, right? So there's a conversation just there that still needs to happen.
That's wild.
Before we can even move. You know what I mean? Like this isn't our truest selves right now. And I get it. And going through the change, I mean, we talked about that on the way up. I think it's with everything. Yeah.
We're growing pains.
Yeah, we're in a crazy time right now where there's a lot of transitions happening and people are trying to get used to. What we're seeing mostly in the world is people getting used to a reality that they didn't expect.
Right. Dude, no, this is the example that popped into my head a few weeks ago was this. It's like, it's the vinyl DJ who's pissed off at CDJs.
Absolutely.
And, like, what? I spent my entire life perfecting this particular craft, and all of a sudden, nobody's changing it up on me.
Or the coal miner. It's the coal miner.
Yeah, it is. The coal miner.
It's the guy who's like...
The film photographer.
I've had generations of my family in this coal thing, but we don't need it anymore. But still, we should still do it because I had That's not that big enough reason. You know what I mean?
Because as human beings, we feel emotions, and then we try to find logic to implement onto those emotions to make them logical. But at the end of the day, we're still emotional creatures. We're experiencing these feelings.
Yeah, and the consideration of the whole, like us taking care of the whole, the one, whatever you call it, us being one entity altogether, you have to consider both sides, no matter how unfair it's been for however long. And eventually, I know it's going to get to that point, but it is a consideration. Like when you have that knee-jerk reaction, well, like, I don't care if that fucking guy did it or not, fuck him, because guys have been doing this their whole lives. I get the anger. The anger is justified, by the way. It's a justified anger because it's a natural anger. Right. But if we're talking about being our truest selves, you know that you're just asking for more fights with that kind of behavior as opposed to an actual dialogue that makes change. You know?
It's changing now because usually women are flight when it comes to fight. Now they're the fight and they tasting that. Some are, it's adrenaline sometimes.
Feels good.
You know, it's happened on micro levels. Like we were talking about, like the people will look back, and this is unfortunate in a lot of ways because of the racial things attached to it. But like Ronda Rousey, right? Her existence at the right time fed into so many movements. And people, it's hard for people who don't follow that to understand the timing of that exactly. Because I happen to be a fighting fan and a wrestling fan. And you saw the direct, like wrestling is like a microcosm of exact, because they only do whatever the audience doesn't lie.
Yeah.
What the audience wants is what they get. They do, you know. So there's this women's movement happening in professional wrestling.
It's lit.
Yeah, and it's
oh my gosh.
huge. It's huge, and it happened because they borrow from fighting. But wrestling has the opportunity to take that into your living room. So there's a bunch of girls growing up right now, never knowing the difference between superstars and divas, because there's no divas anymore.
Nah, there's a women's championship.
Yeah, there's two belts. Yeah, there's two belts. They're called superstars.
They had a World Rumble. 30 women.
Yeah,
30 women. So, and they have gyms where women go like. Women want to become wrestlers, and you have an opportunity now.
Yeah, and that, think about how unheard of, just like even taking that serious, like at all. People, women used to be buffer matches. That was at the beginnings, in the middles, to take so people can go get their cigarettes and do all that stuff, right? And it was always sexualized.
Yeah.
And
there
now,
was a softcore.
Dude, here are some of the characters in wrestling, so you can see the microcosm. There's like a middle-aged woman who's a mom, who's come back and she's like rediscovering her career, rediscovering herself. That's a fucking character, right? There's sisters who are like they're kind of like the bad girls,
the twins.
Yeah, they're the twins, but now they're having like a mind open. Like people are talking about all these bigger issues, and women are holding. Dude, there's been many pay-per-views where they held the show. They were the show. Like, it was the whole thing. And the crowd response is what is the most interesting thing about it, dude. Because we're going into like...
you really just broke that down like that.
Like, we're going into states where, I mean, dude, wrestling is big in the red states. It's huge.
Yeah.
And they're going in there and literally forcing this narrative down their throats, which is going to cause change because the generation who's younger that takes this in, and this isn't small.
Linda McMahon is in Trump's cabinet.
She's in his cabinet. It's so complicated, right? Yeah. But the reality is that I think women as a whole, they've taken this spot. They've gone there and they've grabbed that spot and they've taken it, right? I think they can do that again. I think you can do it again right now with these topics.
Right.
Because they haven't failed a challenge yet. You know what I mean?
Look at Cardi B, man.
Yeah, Cardi B's a perfect example.
Cardi B got girls beating up dudes in clubs because they getting...
You know what Cardi B is to me, man? Cardi B, like, because I know the hip-hop people, like, have crazy issues with Cardi B. But Cardi B is the first woman who's come out and said, this is honestly me. There is no bad intention behind my... Like, what I'm doing is, what you're seeing is a very grateful person that is in a situation, right? And her character, whether it's a character or not, her character is a woman being allowed to develop in front of our eyes, to make mistakes, be cool with it. All that prototype didn't exist in the past. Yeah. Women you couldn't just, if you failed, you're done.
Yeah.
Now you can fail multiple times. Yeah. Are we leagues away from where it should be? Fuck yes. You're literally talking about another human being that has to walk around the streets every day, possibly scared that a bigger human being can do something to them. Most men go their whole lives never thinking about that ever.
Yeah.
Women get that from day one. How do we rectify that? The only way I see that happening is by us having those painful conversations.
Absolutely.
Like, guess what? Your dad lies in the gray zone. He's in the gray area too. You know, like if we're talking about like the best of men, the worst of men, most of us hang out in the gray area because most of us have made mistakes. Most of us don't understand women as good as we. Noah literally just told you, I've been with this woman for this long. I'm 10% into understanding her. It's a huge book. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that have to be admitted.
I think you got to tap into your. You have to tap into your fear, man. Like I understand. You know, I've been in situations where I had uncles and I had family members would try to molest me or my cousins or my cousins. I ain't gonna say her name, but it's like my granny. For some reason, she always told me. Since she said, if someone do something appropriate, tell me. I remember I was like 15. I went to Florida. And I'm on the phone. She said, anyone touch you? I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. But she would always ask. And I remember something happened one time, and I told her. Mm-hmm. And I said, dang, that's why she always makes sure that I've been able to go to her all the time.
It's so important.
That is important.
And that's how even she made my cousin, because my grandma came up in the 40s. You know, a 6'1" big lady. At 13, she looked like a grown lady. So she dealt with that. But then she know in poverty, you have predators, don't care about gender.
Right.
You got family members that it happened to them, so they pass it on.
Right.
Especially in the black community. That's always going on. That's always, to me, it's like Birdman. You're a pedophile. You this power pedophile in a sense. You know, you ain't doing this because you like men. You just doing it for power.
Yeah.
And you do this
like a dominance thing.
Gangbangers. This is how they get kids in gangs. This is how they do a lot of that. So my grandma always seen that, and I always wonder why she always like everyone in the family. Everyone. She was the lady. She, you know, this lady who carried derringers. I think that's where I get the violence from her because she will, you know. She pulled knives out. She put a knife out on my uncle, and my uncle going through it right now. He's paying for his sins. You know, and I seen it. I like, dang, this is what happens, huh?
Yeah,
this is what happens. But because of my granny, I've been able to
have your voice.
Yeah, even if it almost happened. I was in a tutor, and I was doing an after-school program, and this tutor would pull the kids' pants down and whoop them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And he was doing that one time. He did it. And I always get my hands hit. I always wonder why he didn't hit me, because he knew. You know?
Yeah. Predators can sense.
Yeah, you know.
Predators can sense exactly who they're praised.
This is like this first day.
That's all they think about.
The first day, it didn't happen. You know, he hit kids on their hand. I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, this was teachers. First, I remember getting hit in my hands because I'm doing some stupid shit, whatever. Second day, he did this, and I remember the first thing I said, I'm telling. First thing I said, I'm telling. He looked at me. He ain't saying shit. I'm like, what you talking about? I ain't gonna say. I said, when my granny get in here, I'm telling her. Yeah. I'm telling her. You gonna say shit. I'm gonna hurt your little brother. I'm gonna do that. And my little brother said, you ain't gonna hurt shit. Wow. And I remember going downstairs, telling my oh man, it was crazy. But I just remember because she told me.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mean, it's man, you know, the speaking up thing, I mean, maybe that's what they'll use this for eventually. Like, I'm down to, like, be your microphone. Like, hey, look at this. What the fuck? Like, because I understand, again, why. Okay. No, you know why, like, you've heard actually, I think Chappelle talked about it. Yeah, I mean, you've heard why, like, minority women don't necessarily.
Because they don't want to, they don't want to report it.
Yeah,
they don't what?
They don't report a lot of the times because as bad as the men are, white men have been, it's placed in their mind that they can be really mean to the minority man. And so a lot of times they'll keep it to themselves. It's almost ingrained into them.
I'm confused. Who keeps what to
themselves? So what Dave Chappelle said, when a black woman get abused or raped or anything like that from another black man, you won't tell because they feel that whatever the white
as bad
man,
as the black guy is,
they're gonna do worse.
Yeah.
Oh, so they feel that. You know what I mean?
And that's still ingrained in a lot of communities.
In Iranian culture, it's like they don't want to ever say anything bad about the community. Yeah. 'Cause they're like, no, community first.
Right.
That kind
so
of
I'll
sense.
take the punches.
Yeah.
As long as the community looks good.
Yeah. People do that, and I always say I wasn't blessed.
Fuck that.
I wasn't. Say it again. I wasn't blessed with that family, but I was blessed with fuck that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care you black. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you are not growing if you're not having these conversations.
What did Will Smith just said? Yeah, it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the realest shit people can realize. Like when you start realizing that, even how fucked up this system is towards minority and all this shit. you can't dwell on it and just be lost and stuck.
Yeah.
You just stuck.
Yeah.
You just fucking
It's okay
stuck.
to acknowledge it.
Yes.
But it's not okay to let it defeat you.
And don't wait for the change.
Yeah.
For the change.
Yeah, you are the change.
Yeah, the change might come when a lot of motherfuckers is dying out.
Yeah.
A lot of people are still alive from back then. You might have to wait till...
I think we've talked about that. The three of us have talked about that
Hey, me and
before.
Lisa always say, man.
The old white guy that's going to die
Hey,
soon.
man.
He's going to take with him a lot of...
And these other kids that love them little...
We're in that transition right now.
Yo, kids, really? Like, you know how people say they don't see color? Kids, these kids, they really don't see that shit.
Yeah, the new generation.
They don't at all.
Because it seems so basic.
Yeah, to
Like,
them.
it seems like, what are you talking about?
Because they so worried about other shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't gotta... But you know what's crazy? Until something happened today, until they get stereotyped,
So they get reminded.
They get reminded, but they still, you know, but some kids they just go like they be in California. You don't deal with a lot of shit you see in Jacksonville or Atlanta.
Yeah,
you don't deal with
absolutely.
but it's wild. Like these kids don't see it. But I'm like, until you get they think you stole the jacket you came in with.
Yeah. Dude, it's like the whole the thing with like you know OJ, right? Like OJ, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he's like.
Can I just say sidebar by the way? Have you watched The People versus OJ?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's fucking awesome.
Dash.
I watched them all, by the way.
Yo.
I think there's
Oh
The People
my
versus OJ,
God.
the OJ True Story. I watched them all.
No. Specifically the show with like John Travolta, Cuba Gooding Jr.
That shit. Cuba
God
Gooding
damn,
Jr.
You just
what,
caught it?
What? No, I saw it last year, but what
yeah.
a fucking masterpiece this
Yes.
show was. How relevant to what's going on today.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I was just gonna say. Like OJ
the
himself.
casting, the acting, the writing.
It's never been more relevant.
Oh my
never
God.
been more relevant.
Hey,
Those
a
conversations are
masterpiece.
happening.
Yeah.
Like right now, wide open, and a lot of people aren't ready for those conversations.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause they hurt.
It woke me up to like, man, a lot of shit is racism, but a lot of shit is money. Like majority
of it's
is money. I said, fuck her. Oh, I said, you get in a bracket, you become a chameleon.
Yeah.
You get in the right tax bracket, you become a fucking chameleon.
I mean, it wasn't that OJ's whole story.
Yeah, that's
he
what I mean.
forgot he was even black.
I said, God damn, can you? I said, you can.
Yeah, right.
If you don't push black excellence like Diddy, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
you can just, you can be Seal.
Yeah, you can be
Seal,
Seal,
and
right?
be a chameleon.
Seal, shut the fuck up. He's not saying shit.
Man,
He's
Seal
like,
just-
I'm good.
I'm about to go sing for Trump.
Well, did you guys ever see the Jimi Hendrix story with Andre?
Yeah. Andre.
Yeah.
The movie Andre, right? I'm sorry, what was I saying? Jimmy.
Yes. Yeah.
By the way, also side note on
Yeah.
that, I can tell you that the director did a masterful job of showing what LSD feels like.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, it was so fucking accurate.
I've heard other people
If
say
you
it.
haven't done LSD and you want to know what it like, he
watch
captures it
that
with
movie.
with the audio hallucinations and the way he cuts it throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's throughout the movie. It feels like there's certain sections where like you're having LSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
So
But you know,
dope.
like Jimmy, it's been painted throughout the media up until recently, because more truth has come out of it. Is Jimmy just wanted to play the guitar?
Yeah. Did not give a fuck.
He didn't care about politics.
No,
he didn't
didn't.
care about
Nope.
like any. There's a scene in that movie.
Beating his...
Remember when the Black Panther sits down with him and he's just like, "Yo, so what are we gonna do?" And he's just like, "I'm not." He's like, "That's just people stuff. I'm not trying to be." Like he was trying to be so elevated,
Yeah, I
that
ain't
he's
dealing
like,
with this shit.
that was people stuff. He's like, racism. Nah, man, that's a drag. Like, and I was just like, damn, like this dude was not checked in, but he was made into a symbol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times he's made into a symbol. I just feel like nowadays with the internet and stuff, you're going to be represented, like you said, like we're getting to that naked spot where everyone's naked.
Yeah.
You are going to be
it's
called to
getting-
task a lot
getting
on
harder and
what
harder
you
to
say
lie.
you are.
Hey,
You know?
man,
It's getting harder and harder to lie these days.
people ask me if I like being in an interracial relationship. They're like, "How can you be pro-black?" Someone said, "Dang, that like you know." I'm like, I like, of course, because like that's me.
Yeah.
You know, all the way.
Yeah,
Even pro-black with women. Even if I'm not with a black woman, like It's getting crazy how it's getting like nitpicking.
You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to not unpack everything you do.
Oh my!
You're going to have to lay it out and be like, "This is how I got here."
Yeah.
Well, actually, they'll be able to see it.
Right.
But it will have to be laid out like that.
Well, I mean, the most important, way that you could have that conversation is you could tell us if you're excited about seeing Black Panther.
Yeah. You know what? Even Black Panther, that movie's tight, man. Like it's gonna be the biggest one. People were pushing it so like this is don't make this an agenda.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with y'all?
Just make it a Marvel movie.
Well, it's a fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah, but
the Hulk can kill this nigga. The Hulk can kill him. All right, all right. It looked real, but a real comic head. I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
It's not about white or black.
Who do you think's gonna die? By the way. In the Avengers. Infinity War, it leaked out. Someone is dying.
I'm thinking it might be both Iron Man and Cap.
I think it's Captain America and Vision.
I think Vision might go.
Vision for sure, because they're going to rip that stone out of his head.
Right.
And then that's going to be a brutal
I
death.
saw some sort of evidence saying that they think that might be the case, but he's supposedly back in the next one.
Oh,
but they're not sure
already. There's pictures. Maybe he's in the pictures.
And here's one of the other things that's happening. One of the commenters was noticing that Tony's hair is blonde, and he's wearing a shield outfit. So it's possible that it's Tony Stark from an alternate timeline. Right. He's the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
For Gauntlet,
so they might be jumping into different timelines on this.
For Infinity Gauntlet,
right? This shit.
It is. It's I heard everything's pointing to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Because here's the theory is that Cap dies in this next Infinity War. He dies at the end.
Right.
And what's his name? Who's the doctor? Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Because he can move things through time.
Yeah.
That the next movie is about them finally going through what Marvel's been doing a lot lately, where you go into an alternate universe to try to change yours.
Right.
And that's what the next movie.
And so, in addition to that, by the way that wraps up like the whole marketing business strategy of it, they did in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 represent Stan Lee as hanging out with the Watchers.
Yes,
So what they're saying, what that's doing is tying together every Marvel movie,
that every Stan Lee is an individual person,
even outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So like the X-Men movies, all the movies that had nothing to do with the current Marvel Cinematic Universe,
they found a way to tie
now they're all tied together because now they have like the new deals that they're signing with Disney and Sony.
Wow.
And what they're doing,
they got the X-Men for sure now.
They're bringing it all. They're bringing it all back into the fold. So like even like Hugh Jackman,
that was happening, but it was just happening in a
different timeline.
I'm lit. I just saw Logan.
Yeah, Logan is tight.
Yo.
See, that's from an alternate timeline.
No, I know.
Man, Logan.
Yeah, and I was like, I watched Logan, and I told all the homies, yo, I'm pissed off y'all didn't tell me it was this much blood. Like,
depressing.
I said, this is like the comic book, and the little girl is out of her fucking mind.
I wish my only thing on Logan is I wanted it, like once it starts, I wanted it to start like a year earlier, like the storyline.
Yeah,
because the X-Men die brutally.
Yeah, like show all that shit.
Yeah, I at least like a news clipping. I wanted to at least see like
they did have that.
How did it?
But they didn't.
They didn't really go into it.
No, they hinted at it and then they revealed what it was.
But wasn't it?
I don't think there was any doubt what happened.
What was it? Was it Wolverine that saw?
No, it was Professor X. He was protecting because in the comics it was Wolverine.
Yeah.
In the movie, it
was Wolverine seeing them for something they weren't. Right?
Because in the comics, what happened is Mysterio came in and became all the different X-Men, and after he slaughtered, not different X-Men, all the different supervillains.
Yeah.
So he goes into a berserker rage, slaughters all of these villains, and then Mysterio turns it back, and it turns out that it's the X-Men.
Yeah, it was the X-Men.
And he even taunts them, and he's like, "Look at how fucking egotistical you are. You thought you could take out every one of these supervillains alone." But it turns out that these were all your best friends, this is your family, and they're all holding back. That's how you were able to kill all of them.
Damn.
So in the movie, it's dark.
Yeah,
so in the movie, they do hint multiple times that there was a big psychic event that happened in Manchester.
I got you.
They hinted that multiple times, and then right when Professor X dies, it really he has the realization that all this time Logan had been protecting him from that memory of him slaughtering all of his own X-Men.
What about the Logan? What did you do?
God damn, that's depressing, right?
Damn.
What?
What about that when he's yelling, Logan? What did you do? Tell them what you did. Remember at the very beginning? That's the part that confused me because I thought they were referring back to the comic book.
He was continuing to believe that Logan had killed all of the X-Men.
I got
and for the reader, like for the viewers, they're like, oh, well, of course, we know that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
But then it turns out that the twist in the movie is that he's been protecting Professor X from that memory.
Oh, man, I can't wait to tell A. Brooke. A. Brooke about to go watch it now because that's what... We've been watching. That's all we've been watching. Just all of this. Yo, watch Planet Hulk, then watch Thor.
Planet Hulk.
That's what we do. Like watch Planet Hulk, then we watch the Thor movie.
The Ragnarok.
I love a continuation. Like a continuation of it.
Well, they've already showed the Infinity War that leak, right? When Thor hits the glass.
The
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, like they're flying through in his body because apparently, remember at the end of Ragnarok they escaped through the thing. So you know those people are fucked. I think that's how Infinity War opens up with them all dying.
Was Ragnarok, by the way.
I loved it, dog.
Fucking great.
Hey,
dude.
how they did Hulk
for nothing though. They all got away. They're gonna die like right now. Like they're dying right now.
Super entertaining.
I know it was beautiful.
They knocked it out of the fucking park.
I thought it was amazing.
Hey, Incredible Hulk, man. How they did my boy. That's my boy. Yeah. I said, man,
he falls. Apparently, he falls back to Earth at the beginning of Infinity War because there's been leaks of him falling through the mansion of Doctor Strange.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because if you remember from the comic book, Doctor Strange is trying to separate Banner and the Hulk.
Yeah,
he's trying to give Banner his freedom because Banner wants to be, and he eventually does. The Hulk eventually becomes its own thing. Yeah. But they're saying the Red Hulk. There's a leak that the Red Hulk is going to appear within these next two movies.
Isn't the Red Hulk, what you call it, the sergeant?
The general.
Yeah, general?
Yeah, the general who's talking to them at the beginning of...
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah. Remember at the beginning of Civil War, he's telling them.
Yeah, and they're saying that supposedly now, especially after Ragnarok, like there's more energy behind the Hulk character, so he's going to probably like come back and have his own movie again.
I'm going to make some rap songs now. Yeah. Some Marvel rap songs.
Noah, what should people look forward to this year? They should get this record though right now. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or any platform podcast, go over to platformcollection.com. The link will be right there.
Yes.
Just click it, and then you can go get that record.
Get it, man. Cherry Yellow Glow EP out now. There's a lot of music, videos.
What was the title from?
A record. I know it was something I said in the verse.
Yeah.
You know, and I was kind of playing off like the last 2 years, my color's been like pink and yellow.
Oh, wow.
Because I've been trying to...
Pink and yellow.
Try to figure out that, aggression and passion. And, like really messing with my tones and voices and emotions.
Yeah.
And can I tap into it? Can I dig in old wounds and without really feeling what happened? There's always some mental shit with me with music.
Yeah, trying to pull from different places.
Then I think I found this, like, all right, I'm very comfortable who I am. I'm okay being loving, but I'm okay that at some point in time, I can get violent.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be ashamed of that.
You're a warrior poet.
You know what I mean? I shouldn't be ashamed of that. I shouldn't be ashamed that for my family or people I love or anything that I would do something.
Yeah.
And not lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
Because that's just, my grandmother gave me that instinct, So it's kind of, all right, 2018, like, all right, here we go.
You got that balance.
I got, that real balance, that real, because that's what, and losing weight, like even start working out in
How much have you lost by now?
Like 45 pounds.
Good God.
Woo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like losing weight even became like, my granny gave me confidence being fat, right? Then I said, damn, but I became overconfident about my size, right? Then when I admitted that to myself, I slowly started taking out the knives out my back that I put there.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, another one. I started admitting these stuff to myself. Like, man, you know better. And it feels so good, man. It feels good. I'm like, this project, I talk about it, I said I used to weigh 609. Almost died. Overconfident about my size. A lot of pride. Ooh, a lot of truth, I even give out rest in peace to Fife.
Yeah.
He helped me fight.
Yeah.
Like even him dying, he's a diabetic.
Yeah.
I'm a diabetic.
Yeah.
His story.
It was a realization.
Yes. It made me, even when he was doing wrong, it made me go, I know what to do right. On the road, like, because there's no way how to be a diabetic on tour as a rapper.
Yeah.
I might be the first person to put that out.
Yeah.
You have these how to eat, where to eat.
The touring artist guide to diabetes.
Yeah, like because a lot of artists, a lot of rappers have diabetes.
Yeah.
And, you know, so what he was doing, I said, all right, I can't do that. When I went on tour MERS, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So it's a lot, man. That helped me out so much. Now, put my truth out there, that hurt me. Like
being such a powerful person, dude, and like you're a powerful person. That's a way to describe you. To be that honest about the things that you were wrong about or failed at. That's, to me, it makes complete sense now catching up with you after, a while. Like, it makes complete sense on where you're at. Like, what leveled you up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what leveled you up.
Yeah.
Like, another realization.
Truth.
Yeah.
Like, playing out truth. And I told myself, if I can tell my truth, and I don't feel no type of way, because I think people need to hear the truth so they can tell it to themselves.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I got big homies doing it too. Like I talked about how I didn't want to lose weight because I thought it was part of my brand.
Yeah.
So then I realized, so my dream is death. Like that's all. I went straight to it. I didn't even dibble in it. I said, so I'm saying my dream is to die young.
Yeah.
Fuck no, that's stupid. So switch. And I'm a 0 to 60 dude on both ends.
That's awesome.
Changing something real fast. People are like, man, it takes time for change. No, motherfucker. You know how fast you get angry? That's how fast you can change shit.
Wow.
Fast as you get angry, that's as fast as you can change shit. So I just, I'm about to be a brand ambassador for this company called Prep Life. Mm-hmm. I'm about to sign an 8-month contract with them that if I don't lose this weight, I have to pay back of what they paid for.
Wowzers. What's the goal? Do we know?
I think right now with them, we're going to do 6 to 8. We might do 50 to 60 pounds.
Wow.
And they're taking care of all my prep, like everything. Like all my prep meals, they're going to give me a trainer. They're going to give me all of this. They're going to give me, even when I go out to venues, like, I'm trying to show people at festivals and shows. When I go to shows now, I take my Prep Life with me. I don't eat.
Yeah, especially there.
Trying to show people, like, if you going out and you want energy and you want to stay at the end of the night and really be networking and feel good and boozing at the end sluggish, this is what I eat. I probably eat this right here, and I start learning, like, but I'm about to go sign this contract. Tuesday. Yeah,
God damn it. You are a goddamn inspiration, my friend.
Like, that's me concentrating myself, never thinking about getting sponsorships for myself, never attempting.
Yeah, because it would always be sponsorships for the bigger, wow.
That.
Hey, you know what?
That's the truth.
It is well-deserved, though.
And that's how I start feeling. I start telling myself, like, you deserve this, fat boy, because you put in work, bro. You put in I put money in other people's pockets. Shit, more than mine sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Homies pocket all the time. I know you about to go on tour. Me booking this show to help you get money going on tour, you gonna leave with more money than I have.
Yeah.
I am. But I see that you about to go on tour, and I know how tour is.
Right.
So this from Ashton Matthews, this from Joey Fats, this from a lot of... I've seen it, so I have to stop.
Yeah.
Then I know my circle. I'm not like, I told myself, don't close yourself off, 'cause I know some people close themselves all the way off, but I said, know the people who you vibe with all the time. Consistent,
Yeah.
When I see them, there's always 2-hand hugs and like, the fuck?
At this point, do you even have anybody in your life that doesn't mix well with your energy? Is there anybody that you're like maybe working on, or
nah, not really. I don't really.
You've just eliminated everybody who doesn't fuck with you.
Not even eliminated. Just I don't be around it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even have time to be around it.
Yeah.
You know?
They work themselves out little by little.
Yeah, people do that, you know, all the time. They work. That's what I like too. Like I don't have to think about it.
Right.
Me being vulnerable around people makes them so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I stay
It
vulnerable.
naturally, it's
so
a natural filter.
Absolutely.
Easy. Me being open, we talking about some real shit. If you can't handle that, you slowly.
Yeah.
You Homer Simpson in the
like
bush.
the-
You know, that's like you gotta, you know, because people like, damn. I said, because you got to realize when you really truly know yourself, you know. I told someone, we're this is an environment. By saying, in a sense, we're the environment.
Yeah.
You know, we affect it. Don't let it affect you in a sense. So I like. Be you, man. I go around, I be talking to people. I see people talk to me, then they say something. Now we having real convo, then they go. I'm like, man, we was just talking. We're talking, baby. And I'm an open book.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
This is how I deal with depression.
Right.
Me being open, most likely I don't get depressed a lot.
Yeah. It wards it off.
Yeah, real fast. I like swerving the potholes. Like that's what I do. like writing all. You know, like y'all don't understand. So that's what I do, man. And I encourage people. Look, if you 2018, no negativity. I'm gonna tell you this: love yourself and just be open, man.
Yeah.
Like not like sharing your darkest secrets and shit.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm just talking about. Take your wall down and put a fence up right now.
Yeah.
Because you putting a wall up, you can't see nothing coming at all. I put a quick fence up until you learn how to just have this latex or around your body. Know, it's your heart's on your sleeve, but you got this little thin.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what a vibranium. What's that?
Vibranium. Yeah.
Like it's a real thin coat.
But your heart is in there.
Yeah, it's a real thin little coat of shield right there. You know, your heart, because I tell people it's a way to do it. When I used to go home, I like in the high desert, I had like my grandmother lived in the high desert.
Yeah.
And I got this house like in 2004.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through that house. Everyone, you know, I had an aunt that was on death row and she just got acquitted. She killed her pimp in defense in the 70s. She got held up for she did like almost 30-something years straight.
Holy shit.
They just now found her not guilty, let her out. She had no place to go, and the house that I bought up there is like that house. You don't got a place to go, you come here.
Yeah.
So we always have these different energies come through the house. And sometimes it's not good.
Yeah.
Sometimes because they don't know what's up.
Right.
So one time I went inside the house and man, I got drained as fuck.
Just physically sitting in there.
Just sitting in there, like it was dense. It was so heavy.
Yeah.
Then when I get in my granny room, man, I'm 130 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, she knows it. She know it and don't know what she know. She don't
She's
even know.
her area good.
But she don't, but it's her faith. Like she's a Christian, but she have these faith and she's doing. So I'm like, you automatically created your magic.
Yeah.
You know. So I listened to this one podcast, can't remember, Amanda told me, but the lady was like, next time you go to the house, find a different entrance.
Oh.
So you don't get drained.
Yeah.
You know, so I went through the garage door and man, it was different.
Yeah,
a lot of people
interesting.
only my grandmother go through that door.
Right.
And it's like connected to her room. And I'm like, yo, that shit is wow.
That shit is
look
at your arm.
Yeah, Start just thinking about it. I'm like,
He's got goosebumps again.
Like it was so wild to see. Like, yo, that's some real shit.
It's real shit.
Yeah,
it is real, people.
Yeah,
every time we record Noah, we feel like we should go for like 4 hours or something.
Man, we're gonna have to do one live.
We are.
I'm telling you, see, that's what I'm into now. Like we might not even do DIY this year.
Yeah.
Because what I realize is the people. I ain't trying to wake up the world. I just need 10%. So by doing these little intimate events like brunches and live podcasts, where it includes what a family event includes, that's conversation and food. Somewhere to sit, and people are just sitting there. You start saying, you know what? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna focus on that.
Word.
Where I don't want my music is gonna be my megaphone and everything, but the events I want that to be like the family.
Right.
Like I don't need 100 people. 15 is cool.
Yeah.
But we all here. It's like a meeting, but not knowing it's an event.
Just enough to feed the soul.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said that's what I'm gonna start focusing on. And I got places that people let me use their house, and
That's dope.
so it's like that now, man. Like I understand what the culture really is about. I said without the people, it ain't shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Noah,
Yes.
I love you, brother.
Yes.
You've been
Hey.
inspiration. It's crazy to see the progress, but I have to say it. You can hear it on this show. You called your shot a long time ago,
Hey, man.
and you stuck to it. It's documented. You can literally go back to your first episodes, and you were already calling these shots. So thank you so much, dude. Tell people how to get in touch with you, or what's the best way right now.
Hit me up on everywhere. Instagram, Noa_James, NOA_JAMES. Hashtag OrcaLife. Twitter, BrickToFace.com. Click on the Noa James tab. Facebook, wherever, man. Just hit me up, man. That's it.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is.
Dude, thank you so much, bro.
Hey, nah, crappy awesome, man. Hey, y'all know, man. I'm glad this is my first interview of the year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
We talked about everything.
Thank you, brother.
Everything on my mind, especially Marvel. That been on my mind.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
we'll pick it up again next time.
Yes.
For sure. All right, you may now flush the toilet.
I hold tight my madness. I stuffed out my sadness. My pain's on the canvas. I'm in love with my blackness.
I show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now. Let my love stand out. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out.
I escaped the jail pose. I guess hell froze. Self-hanging bulldoze. Top rope, elbows, and jam master shell toes. Looking for a little more. Superwoman, gorgeous glow. Combos are bottle goals. Then we go. Adios for the gold. Show and prove in our zone. In the matrix, but I'm stoned. Cause a glitch, now I'm known. Transparent, my heart is shown. My feels is my home. My truth is my throne.
I show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now. Let my love stand out. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out. I show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now. Let my love stand out. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out. Yeah. Let my soul pour out. Show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now. Show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now. Show up and I show out. Cherry yellow, my glow now.
PlatformCollection.com.